I gotta wash my tanner off.
Oh, you're recording already? Okay.
I just started.
Okay. So I was wondering if we were going to record these or not. I guess we can just send them to Emerald. But okay. So thank you guys for joining. I think that this will be better because then we can kind of talk more about like business building activities rather than some of the repetitive things that you guys already know what to do. So basically, obviously you're all Emerald or above on this call. So something that you want to first figure out as an Emerald coach, because we can get to Emerald pretty easy. And I don't say that lightly, but if you think about it, some of us signed up a spouse, a sister, a brother, a mom, whatever, and maybe a discount coach or 2 discount coaches, and that got us to Emerald. What happens from there is then you have to decide if how you're going to treat your business. Is this going to be a hobby for you, or is this going to be something that you want to build a residual income with? And the reason why I say that, and I don't mean either you're going to do this as a hobby or you're going to become a full-time coach like me and Car are, because if that's not your goal, that's fine. That doesn't have to be your goal. What I mean with that is right now, obviously probably majority of your paychecks come from your commissions. So do you want to be okay with your paychecks being fueled majority by your commissions and then being, not necessarily consistent, kind of in a range every single week? Or would you be more comfortable with making a consistent residual income where you don't have to be like, crap, I didn't sell 5 challenge packs this week, so I'm not going to have a great paycheck type of thing. So those are the type of things that you have to kind of decide, because that's where you need to have a mental shift. And a lot of what we want to talk about, and a lot of what like successful coaches and even like my mentorships calls that I've been on, is it's all focused on figuring out like what our why is, obviously in the business, but like when we all wrote down goals for this year, whether they were quarterly, weekly, yearly, whatever, you have to know exactly why you're pushing for that goal. You can write down that you want to make, and I don't want to just focus this all on income, but we're going to talk about volume and all that stuff. But, you could write down that you want to make $500 a week, or that you want to be a 1-star diamond coach. But if you don't have an actual like gut-wrenching reason as to why you actually want to achieve those goals, it's most likely not going to happen. We can say like, I'd like to make $500 a week, but if you don't kind of break it down and say, what would making $500 a week mean for me? What would that mean for my family? What would that mean for, not living paycheck to paycheck, etc.? Like, you have to really think about what that reason is that you want to hit those specific goals, and like that be your driving force behind it. So figuring out if this is a hobby for you, you're fine with making up and down income every single week, or figuring out that this is, you're in this, you're a business builder, and you want to just gradually keep growing, is going to be your first step. So think about that. Think about your why as for what your goals are for 2017. And so now that you guys are Emerald coaches, that is a huge accomplishment. We don't want to downgrade that. But like for me, I got to Emerald and I was so pumped. I remember signing up my second coach, and then I was like, yes, I'm Emerald. Like, this is amazing, right? And then I kind of sat at it and didn't set higher goals for myself right away. Whereas if you are in this and you want to just keep growing and build that residual income, now we need to not only focus on challenge packs and challengers, but you want to focus on building your team. You should have diamond, 1-star, 2-star on your brain. And if that sounds so far off for you, that's okay. But know that like those are the goals that you should have in your mind. And you shouldn't be limiting yourself, because Emerald is amazing, but as you start to build your team, there's so many more opportunities that open the door. Even once you get to Diamond, a lot of people think like Diamond is end all be all, and that's not true either. It's really, they say really like 2-star is where you start to like really see a good residual steady income come in. So keep that in mind too, that now that you're Emerald, don't sit at that goal. You want to keep hitting Emerald. So they say, I don't know if you see, like sometimes we'll celebrate, or Sam will celebrate, like this person hit Emerald ×2. So if you kind of keep in your mind, okay, it's easy for me to get to Emerald. All I need to do.
I don't have to control the TV.
Okay, can you go give that to Daddy, please?
Wait, he go in the bathroom. I need you the remote control.
Hold on 1 second.
I need the remote control. Yes.
Oh, Aiden, kids are so shameless.
Yep.
Standing there. Yep, we are. Now I've let, Emerald ×2. So if you think, okay, it was kind of easy for me, or maybe it wasn't easy for you to sign 2 coaches, but you did it. So you've already accomplished that goal. Now all you want to do is do it again, and then do it again. He's back again. Okay. So sorry, my husband knows this is my time for my call. I'm not here.
I'm right here because I'm right here. I'm always right here.
My husband's not here, but Aiden's right here.
So if Diamond seems so far off for you, focus on just hitting Emerald again and again and again.
Mommy.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So breaking it down into smaller goals by hitting Emerald just over and over again, focusing on signing 2 coaches, instead of being like, I need 8 coaches all together, will make it more obtainable for you, and it will make you more likely to hit it and want to hit it more often. So what I think a lot of you guys had questions on is volume. We're going to kind of get into it tonight. Volume is a tricky thing that even like me and Car learn about every single day still. It's just something that is hard to explain, but one day you will get it and you know, it'll just all start to make sense. But so I have some pictures to show you guys too, but as you guys know, once you now are Emerald coaches, you start to earn team cycle bonus when you generate volume from each of your legs. That is basically just extra money per week that we are able to earn just by helping our coaches on our team not even necessarily hit Success Club, but just by helping them get started in their business, helping them to start helping people, them, you know, getting customers and all of that good stuff. So let me just, I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Okay. So this is just ways to earn team cycle bonus. So as you build your legs, we get to start earning team volume. And like I said, that's generated when our downline coaches start to purchase product or make sales to customers. You have, as a coach, a strong and a weak leg. So pretty much how this goes is, for the most part, when you signed up, your upline coach put you on a leg on their team. So if you don't know what leg you're on, Ask your upline coach. They'll be able to tell you. But just to give you an example, I am on Carly's right leg. So that is my strong leg. So whichever leg you are on is considered your strong leg. The reason why that's considered your strong leg is because you accumulate volume from your upline coach, from their upline coach, and from every person that your upline coach signs and places after you signed up on that leg, on the right leg. So that is why that's your strong leg. So if you don't know that, ask your upline coach. They'll be able to tell you. So obviously that opposite leg is considered your weak leg. And basically what that means is the next picture I have will show you the diagram of the legs, but that is just kind of you starting from scratch basically on that leg. When your team volume, so both of your legs, combined reaches a combined 300 team volume points, which when it is 2 to 1, so either side can be 200 to 100 equals 300, you will earn one cycle. As an Emerald coach, that's $14. And you can earn that, I forget how many times. I should do the math, but as an Emerald, you can, per week, max earn $250 just from cycling. And it gets higher and higher as you go up in rank. So you can cycle multiple times per day and multiple times per week. And obviously, you guys are all Emerald and above. Let me just show you. So here is just like a generic diagram. You're at the top up here as the green. This person's strong leg is their left leg. So they have, you know, higher volume over here. They have some coaches with a coach. So they're going to produce more volume. Their weak leg, they have 2 coaches on here. So it's not as strong right now. But so what this is showing you is how you can earn your cycles. This is how much volume, team volume they accumulated in a week. And then this is just showing you from that volume, it breaks down, and here equals 300 and here equals 300. So they cycled twice that week. And they got $14 per cycle. And then this is anything that's left over goes into your carryover volume. I don't know if you guys have explored the back office at all. There's a carryover volume section, which basically is free money that you are banking. And per week, it goes in there if you have anything left over, and it will go into your next week. So if you go in there, sometimes it's kind of scary because you can kind of see your income potential of what you could be earning if you leveled out your other side, which we actually can calculate that too if you guys are curious. But and then this last thing that I wanted to show you, this is just once you become an Emerald and you have, you're able to earn Team Cycle bonus. These are the max limits that you can earn per week just in Team Cycle bonus. This does not count your commissions. This does not count your matching bonus. This does not count any of the other bonuses, anything like that. This is just purely from building your team and helping your coaches get started in the business and, start to see success and all of that good stuff. So this right here shows you that there is a huge gap from Emerald, Ruby, Diamond of potential. Emerald limits you at $250 of what you can earn in a week per cycle. If you have a rock star team, because there can be people that are Emeralds that have rock star teams, you have, you might not have that many coaches, but you might have awesome working coaches. And at that point, you're being capped at $250 just because you haven't taken that leap to keep recruiting to then advance in rank. So this is why, obviously, you want to keep advancing in rank because that cap goes up. Does anyone have any questions so far? I know volume is very confusing. Okay. So something that I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of us always are like, should I go for rank or should I go for income growth? And they are two very different things. That's why you'll see like some top coaches, they might be in the top 10, but they're not the wealthiest people in Beachbody type of thing. There's different strategies to your business. So if your choice, and it's okay to be in this business to make money. We all have to make a living, and if that is your motivation, that's your motivation, and that's perfectly fine. We all obviously want to help people also, or you wouldn't be a coach, because you can't just be a salesperson in this business. But so know that if income is your focus, that's perfectly fine. Don't feel weird about saying that. But also, so you can strategize between rank and income, but at the same time, they kind of just go with one another. So the reason why I say that is because obviously for rank, you have to have even legs. So you guys are emeralds, and I'm not sure, depending on each of your downlines, how many coaches you have on each side. But to then hit that next step of, Ruby is next, but most people will switch right to diamond, and that's because Ruby is having 2 emeralds on each leg, and usually that's the hardest part, getting to diamond, is building those emeralds. So that's the only reason why I say usually most people have the coaches and then they're working on building their emeralds, which was that's what held me back from diamond, was trying to get people to work their business. But so you have to have 4 coaches on each side, and one of those each has to be an emerald. So when you're pushing for rank, obviously you want to have those bodies on each side. But that won't necessarily help increase your income. So if you have the goal of increasing your income, but you also want to be diamond, the way that I always say to do it is to strategize 2 to 1. So once you know what your weak and your strong leg is, you would do 2 coaches to your weak leg for every 1 coach to your strong leg. And so what that is doing is every time you put a coach on your weak leg, they're gonna produce volume. Sometimes it can take longer if majority of those people are discount coaches, because you're gonna get that volume when they initially sign up, but then you're not gonna get anything else out of them if they're not working their business, until their Shakeology ships again, or until they purchase something else. So obviously if you have working coaches, then you're going to see that volume produced quicker, and you're going to cycle more often per week. But so that's usually what I do. I'm at a point where, in my personal downline, I have the bodies for rank, but I am trying to increase my income. So I just purely stack my weak leg over and over and over and over again, because I have the bodies on my strong leg where I won't drop rank. So that's where you have to be kind of, strategic, is that, as an emerald, you need 2 active coaches. So if you're signing all of your people onto your weak leg to increase your volume, but then over here, that Cindy is going to go inactive next week. I don't know where Cindy came from, but Cindy's going to go inactive next week because she stopped drinking her Shakeology. And so now you're going to drop rank. Team cycle bonus won't matter, because you're not going to get it. So you have to be strategic in that sense too, is that you have to be, now that you're emeralds, now that you're, leaders on this team, whether you just became an emerald yesterday or whatnot, you have to make sure you're checking your online office. You need to be looking in your sponsorship drill down and kind of just making sure that every Wednesday night everything's in line and in order, and you're still set to either advance or, stay at the rank that you are. So obviously, if you're looking at your downline and it's time to sign up a coach, and you want to stack, you've already signed up 1 and you want to put your second coach on your weak leg, but you're going to have someone go inactive on your strong leg, the smart move would be to put that person on your strong leg so that you don't drop rank. So those are the things you just kind of have to look at each week with your downline, because as we sign up coaches and as we sign up discount members and coaches, the truth of it is the average amount of time that someone stays a discount coach is like 1 to 3 months. And 3 months is like really good. Because people will either fall off their fitness journey, they'll stop seeing the value in Shakeology, they'll start to put excuses, they'll see that it's too, they're going to start putting in their mind that it's too expensive, they can't afford it, they're going to cancel their coaching account, or they're going to stop getting Shakeology and they're going to go inactive. So that's why we always say don't settle for where you are. Recruiting should be something that we are constantly doing. And I know that that is a huge focus of me and Cars this year, is that we should always be mentioning this opportunity to people. You have to remember that, obviously we think this is a kick-ass opportunity, or we wouldn't be doing this. Me and Car this wouldn't be my full-time job if I didn't think this was the most amazing thing in the world. You have to put in that mindset that like what you have to offer is the most incredible thing you could ever offer anyone. You going to bed? Okay. I love you. Good night. You say good night to the girls.
Good night.
Okay. All right, cool. Leave it done. I love you.
Let him stay up.
Taylor.
Don't hit his bike.
But you have to always have that mindset, and that's why we always say focus on personal development too, is that what you have to offer is the most incredible thing you could ever present to someone, basically. And if they don't see that value and they say no to you or not right now, who cares? Because it's amazing. What this business has done for you, whether it is helped you lose weight, help you feel healthy, give you a community, earn an income, pay for groceries, whatever it is. That it's amazing. So you shouldn't feel funny about offering it to people. Melissa McAllister said at Summit that you should feel so confident that if you were in a room with a bunch of millionaires and you had to go up on stage and present what you made $1 million off of or whatever, that you would feel so confident going up on stage and saying, I'm a Beachbody coach, and not feel funny, because I will admit that I've done this before, and now I don't, because now I'm like, I don't care. People can judge me. People can wonder how I make my money. I'm sure most people think I stay at home and they think my husband's rich, I'm sure. But so I don't care what people think about me. But there would be times where people would be like, oh, I saw your post that you're doing that Beachbody thing. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God. Like, I didn't want to talk about it. And it's so weird, because it's like, why? I've lost 50 pounds doing this. And I think this is the most amazing thing in the world. Like, my whole family has gotten on the healthy train because of it. And you know what I mean? Like, so it all is going back to like why we do this and all of that stuff that drives us, because we should want to talk about this with every single person we come in contact with. Any top coach will say, like, they don't care. They will message every single person and offer this opportunity because it has changed their life so much. So why wouldn't you want to give that to someone else? It's almost like our duty to offer this to so many people. So if that's a struggle of yours, make it this year. If you are someone who's like, I'm fine with this being my hobby, I'm fine with commissions fueling my paycheck, that works for me, that's awesome. But if you're someone who wants to really progress in this business, really want to see residual income, and you have a strong why of what you want this to do for you, then you need to get over yourself and get over that roadblock that we all put up, and dive into personal development and, just basically offer this to as many people as possible. What me and we always talk about is we always used to think well, if I talk about recruiting, then I'm not going to hit Success Club, which is such a twisted way to think, because most of the time you're going to sign someone up with a challenge pack, so you're going to hit Success Club anyway. So don't feel like you have to focus on one or the other if you're just constantly talking about recruiting. And obviously when the time's right, you don't want to force it on just any Joe Schmo. We always say you want to pick your team as if we obviously all vibe very well together because we would all hang out, whether we did Beachbody or not. Like, that's how you know you have like a good group of people, and you'll filter through those people as you go. But like, don't just sign up every Joe Schmo that wants to, or that you like talk to. So we don't mean that, but always be presenting the opportunity, because recruiting and growing your team is going to build you a residual income that is unlike any other compared to selling and making commissions all the time. Let me just read. Does anyone have questions?
I think I'm just going to add to Ash to what you were saying. Like,
because my throat is really dry.
That's okay. You guys, for those of you who are hitting Success Club or at least working your business, you work really hard. And although it is easy if you're consistently doing it, it is, you still have to apply yourself, and you still have to put in the work, and you still have to show up every day. So how we look at it is, you're getting rewarded for teaching your coaches how to present the business to other people as well. And you're getting basically compensated for all of that time that you're taking to teach your coaches how to work the business, and for them to help other people, and for them to help challengers reach their goals. So it's like, it's that money that you're getting with team bonus that you're not getting in commission. Those 3 hours you took to spend talking to one person who ordered a challenge pack, and that 3 hours is 3 hours regardless. So it's just another route for you to be rewarded that, okay, now Andrea has a coach who's working the business, and now has coaches on her team, or she has challengers on her team, and Ange is getting rewarded for all of that extra time that she's helping teach her coach how to be successful and help them make sure that they know what they're doing. And that's just free $14 every single time that volume recycles, that you're getting rewarded for all the extra time that you're putting into. So it's kind of like, think smarter, not harder. And if you have the opportunity to make that extra income somewhere else, you won't have to slave away for hours selling challenge packs to meet your income goal if you know how to create and build a team and consistently grow your business, instead of just saying, I want to hit Success Club every month and I don't want to drop rank. It's like, why don't you shoot to hit Success Club 20 and keep moving rank, and each month move your business forward, because that's what's going to continue for you to grow. And I know myself, Ashley, and all of the Emeralds who have been Emeralds for 6+ months is over being where we are. And it's because of that mentality, and it's because of capping yourself at Success Club 6. And then you stop working the business because you hit Success Club 6, and, oh, so-and-so is dropping rank. I'm just going to replace them so I don't drop rank. And I think that mindset shift is why we want to have these calls, because we're growing. The thread is making us motivated in our team page. We're all moving in the forward direction, and we don't want you guys or ourselves in 3 months, let alone a year from now, to be where you are today.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, we recognize, and like, it almost makes me emotional, which is stupid, but like, we recognize that we also have been at Diamond and 1 star for the same amount of time that you guys have been at Emerald. For those of you that have been at Emerald, like, we recognize that. And we also recognize that this past December, when we were all being so motivated and consistent with challenge packs, that the whole team did amazing with their Success Club this past month. Like, you guys have to admit, that was an amazing month for all of us. The amount of people that hit not only just Success Club, but Success Club 10 and 12 and higher, like, was incredible. And that was in the hardest month of the entire year. So if you think of what you did last month, and we recognize that, like, we're not bringing in a ton of coaches, so why the heck would you guys? Mm-hmm. Like, we 100% own that, but we also know that, like, we have to work together as a team, and I think we work the best that way. And like, Team Cup is going to be a great time in February because we can work in even smaller groups of 5. But like, we have to all make that commitment to ourselves if this is what you want to do. Like me and Car, we were just talking today, and I said, you know what? And it's the same thing you guys say to yourself, I'm sure. I'm like, I'm going on my 3rd year of coaching. I deserve to be higher up than where I am. And not just for like a stupid rank for someone to recognize me. It has nothing to do with that. It's because I know how hard that I work every single day. I know how hard all of you guys work every single day. And we just deserve to be, you know, higher up than where we are and all of that good stuff. So these are going to be great because we're just going to, like tonight, I know a few of you guys had questions about volume, so that's why I talked about that. But we want to use this time just to like mastermind together, work together as the leaders of our team. And I think it's going to be really good to have these more separate calls, to not necessarily do a full-blown team call every single week, but just so we can talk more about specific things, and kind of just work together and see what's working, what's not working, and just keep everyone really accountable. So what I want to challenge you guys, and I know we still have like 7 minutes, but is just right now, if you are unsure of what you want in this business, to take the time, whether it's this next week or whatever, to really figure out where you want to go in this business. If you see yourself in this business next year, this time next year, or this time in 5 years, like picture where you want to be. Picture what you want your life to be like. Picture what you want to be making with Beachbody, where you want to be. Do you want to be able to, when the Success Club trip comes out, do you want to be able to not have to even question throwing $300 down for the registration? You know what I mean? Like, even if it's things like that, like, do you want to be able to be pumped about Summit because you don't even have to worry about how much the hotel is and how much the flight is going to be and all that stuff? Like, really think about why you want to do this. You know, if you have debt to pay off, if you have loans that you're trying to pay off, if you have family members you want to pay back, or family members that you want to help out, type of thing, like write all of that stuff down and really think, like, what would my life be like if this business worked for me and I really put everything I had into it to achieve those goals? What would my life be like, and what would my family's life be like? Like, really take that time to just really soak all that in and think about that, because I really think when we have such like a why we're doing this, then we're just unstoppable. Because why would you not want to hit those goals that you write down for yourself? Like, because you deserve it too. Okay, now that I'm all rosy-cheeked and wrapped up.
Me too.
Except for you can't see yours because you're...
Because I have blackface.
Tiff, preach. Tiff, I thought of you during my workout today. I don't know if you did, Car, because there's a girl, her name is Tiff.
Tiffany.
And Autumn just keeps saying, Tiff, you got this? And I'm like, I just keep thinking of you. But okay, so we still have like 5 minutes if anyone has anything they want to chat about. Oh, something that we wanted to tell you guys about is we're going to be doing what the heck are we calling it?
TGS Ongoing Happiness Project.
Yes, Happiness Project. So we, Car had seen this from a different coach, and basically what it is we're going to be doing a ongoing group on Facebook, challenge group, and it's going to be for anyone who purchases the all access pass, since the idea is to get them the healthiest year and not just month. And we're going to have a whole bunch of resources in there. And so we're going to have a place that we can add those people into and just continuously add people into that group that have the all access pass. Then what we're going to be doing is when we want to host specific groups, so like when a new program launches, a test group, say a Mommy and Me boot camp, whatever, we're going to host those in the app. So we're going to try that out. And we are doing a event page that we're doing a private event page, so that we have to invite people once we've already chatted to them about it, so they're more likely to look at the content. And we're starting that Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to plug in Wednesday. That's why we asked you guys to post transformations. We're going to post a bunch of transformations in there. Thursday, we're going to post what a challenge group is like, what's expected of them, what they can expect, that type of thing. Give them a little bit of preview. Friday, registration will open, and we're going to post exactly what the All Access Pass is, some pictures of what it looks like, what they get in the challenge pack, and all of that stuff. And then registration is going to be open for like 2 to 3 weeks to sign up with that. So we're trying something a little bit different. We want to encourage you guys, if you're thinking, or now that we said it, thinking about maybe trying something like that too, to have your own group like that. But of course, if any of you want to be like added into either of our event pages, since they are private, so you can see what we're posting and take that content, because we really want you guys to know that like any successful team or whatever is all duplication. So obviously you want to make it your own if you want to, but like our stuff is your stuff. So if something works, why, try and fix it, basically, you know what I mean? So if you guys want to be added in so you can see what the content is, what the group's going to be like, even if you'd like to add some people into it too, obviously you guys know you're always welcome, but we want us to just share something we're going to be trying, and that maybe you guys would want to try it too, with your downlines or, by yourself or whatever. But we're hoping it's going to be good.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Because then we can go live and like use it as more of like our accountability as well. And it's not so like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 21. Yeah. Like it's just like an ongoing thing. People can join it. We can help them pick a program when they're finished because they have on demand, all access, things like that. So I think it's going to be good. I'm excited.
Same. Okay, cool. So we're going to get kicked off, but if any of you have things that you think about question-wise or whatever, or topics that come up that you want to talk about in 2 weeks when we do this again, or even sooner, you can message us or comment in the thread. But otherwise, we'll just kind of use it as like a mastermind, unless if like something comes up, and just, yeah. So. All right. So, got it. All right. All right, guys.
Wait, before we get kicked off, figure out what leg you're on, figure out what your weak and strong leg is, and then talk to your upline or Ashley or I, figuring out how to stack your legs to maximize your volume.
Yes. Also, if you want to do a one-on-one call to like really break down your downline, reach out to us too. We can do that also.
Okay.
Cool.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hopping on.
Bye, guys.
Bye.